All right, so equations, variables on both sides with distribution. Yeah, so let's do it. Okay. So just like we were talking about distributive property, parentheses first, we're going to start by distributing so we don't have to deal with these parentheses anymore. So I'm going to take this negative 10 and distribute it in. And negative 10 times 10x is negative 100x. Then I have to take this negative 10, distribute it to the 12. Okay, so negative 10 times positive 12 is negative 120. And then since this negative 10, it only distributes into the parentheses. This never got touched. And there you have it. So, like I said, I prefer having positive coefficients. It really doesn't make much of a difference. I'm going to add 100x to both sides. Now, negative 100x plus 100x is nothing. And this negative 120 comes down. You cannot lose the negative. Now we have 58. So we have a positive 89x. So now, right, before I can get the variable alone, I have to get the variable term alone, meaning this 58 over here needs to go. So we subtract 58 on both sides. This becomes 0. 89x. Oh, 89x. 89x equals, and on the left we have negative 120 minus 58 is negative 178. And now we want to divide both sides by 89. Both sides by 89. Cancel, cancel, cancel. X equals negative divided by a positive is negative. 178 divided by 89 is 2. But basically, distribute first, get all your variables to one side, all your constants to the other side, and divide. All right, so again, first thing you want to do is distribute. So you might want to write that down in your own book somewhere, like 1, distribute, 2, variables to one side, 3, constants to the other. So we have 12 times 6, which is 72. We have 12 times 5n, which is positive 60n. And then just negative 24 over here, 12n over here. Again, I prefer positive coefficients, so I'm going to subtract 12n from both sides. You could have subtracted 60 from both sides. That's fine too. And this negative 24 must come down. These guys must come down. Equals 72. Okay, and then here, 60n minus 12n is positive 48n. Okay, I'm going to clean up this board a little bit, so if you want to pause to get these notes taken down. Okay, so I just sort of cleaned up, rewrote the last step we were on. But the next step, we want to get rid of this 72, right? Because we need to get the variable term alone. So it's positive 72. We're going to subtract it off. 72. I need like new styluses or something. Okay. So this disappears. That's why we did that. Equal sign comes down. If you owe me $24 and you borrow 72 more, You would owe me 96 altogether. 48 is over here. Then we divide by 48 on both sides. Gone, gone. And you would have n equals negative 2. Right? Negative divided by a positive is negative. 96 divided by 48 is 2. Okay, so we have to distribute again. So negative 6 times 2x is negative 12x. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. And then this positive 2x, we don't distribute to it because it's not in the parentheses. So this positive 2x just comes down, and we never did anything over here either. But now something has happened. We have like terms on the same side of the equal sign that must be combined. So negative 12x plus 2x. Well, you owe 12, you have 2, you would still owe 10 at the end of the day. Minus 12. Okay. You know what? I usually do positive exponents, but let's just throw it on the, let's bring it to the left. Let's take this and bring it over. Okay. So negative 10x plus 3x, that's negative 7x minus 12 equals negative 19, which I never did anything with. And then these turn into 0. So they kind of disappear. I'm going to continue over here. We got negative 7x minus 12 equals negative 19. So, right, we got to get the negative 12 gone, okay? Because before we can get the variable alone, we have to get the variable term alone. So it's a negative 12. I will add 12 to both sides. Negative 7x. These turn into 0. You owe me 19, but you have 12. Well, you would still owe me 7 at the end of the day. And we're going to divide by the coefficient of x, which is negative 7. And we're going to have all that work just to have x equals 1. Okay. Now we have to distribute twice. Let's just do it. 56k plus 7 equals, and now here is something interesting is happening. That negative is outside. We do have to distribute this negative into that whole thing. If it makes you feel better, you can make it a negative 1, because then it goes negative 1 times negative 3 is now a positive 3k. Negative 1 times negative 7 is now a positive 7. So you do have to distribute that negative in before you can just get rid of it. All right. Let's, we can bring it to the left and have a positive coefficient. 53k plus 7 equals 7. And now, before I can get the variable alone, I have to get the variable term alone. So this 7 needs to go. And now we have 50. We have 53k. These are gone. Equals, and 7 minus 7 is 0. Divide both sides by 53. And we are left with k equals, well, 0 divided by anything is 0. Okay? Good luck. I'll help you.